today is moving day, which is always a little bittersweet. Because, I mean, we're in Snow Canyon, absolutely beautiful views. It's been a little bit windy, but for the most part it's been perfect. But I don't know, we leave something beautiful for something hopefully equally as beautiful. That's kind of the bittersweet part. We always like to move around, but we don't necessarily like to leave the beauty that we currently have around us.
True.
So what do? We just keep moving.
Yeah, we're gonna head over to another BLM free camping location, this time hopefully with a bit of grass for Patty. And we'll be there for a few more days before we start heading towards Bryce Canyon.
And we get to do something that we haven't done ever since we started boondocking, and that's take a shower in our own shower. We've been using the shower facilities here.
Or at your parents'.
Or at my parents', yes. The reason is we want to fill up our tanks, our waste tanks, so the water sloshes around and cleans out the inside of them, because we're going to dump them here at the campground. They have a dump station before we leave. So we want to fill them up as much as we can and then dump. So we're going to take showers here.
And we'll fill up with water too, so we don't have to worry about conserving water. So water heater is on. Time for some hot showers.
Behold our water siphoning system. Just fill this up with water. Have a water siphoner that we got from a beer brewing store. Just pump it a couple times and then it'll slowly just trickle the water into the freshwater tank of the Airstream. We found that this thing has to be elevated to some degree, about the level of the freshwater tank, or maybe even a little above it, for the water to actually flow in. But once we got that down, this table is a perfect height for it. We just pump it a couple times and wait. It's not fast, but in about 10 minutes, it'll siphon this entire jug. And how do we know we're full? When things start overflowing. Had to dump once this entire time. Granted, we've had some time at my parents' house, so we're not filling up quite as much as we will in the future, but we'll have nice, clean, well, empty waste tanks.
How's it going?
Slow. Graded road. Grates this way, horizontal across the road, so it's very choppy.
As you can tell by me holding the camera.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going very slow.
Yes.
But we don't have all that far to go to our boondocking spot. So.
We scoped it out. There should be a bunch of grass, which would be awesome, because we haven't had grass in years. Dating back to Tucson. So we want to get there. Eventually we will. So we have good news and we have bad news. The good news is we finally made it out here. We found our spot. The bad news is we're not the only ones here, and I'm not talking about other campers. Freaking cows took our spot. So we don't want the dogs running around with cows. That cannot be good. And we'll probably just make them angry and who knows what they'll do. So we kind of have to find another spot somewhere, so we're gonna go see what we can do, and hopefully we're still staying out here.
So our original spot was taken by cows. We haven't scoped out anything else yet, so there's a bunch of little side roads, but who knows if they're wide enough for the Airstream or if we can turn around. That was where we were gonna go, right there with all the cows. But it looks like there's some stuff around this reservoir, so maybe we could take a walk with the dogs around the reservoir and see what we think, see if it's too windy. And if we don't like it, we can continue down the road. There's another reservoir, Lower Sand Cove Reservoir, like 3 miles away. And there's a bunch of little spots in between here and there. So there's Lower Sand Cove.
I think the dogs are ready. Dogs, you want to come with us? You want to go for a walk? Miss Patty, do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go?
They're both very nervous.
Do you want to go?
Okay.
All right, change of plans. This reservoir is going to be way too windy. We're
our backup.
sick of the wind. So we're going to go down. There's a lower reservoir. See if we can get some protection from the wind.
Yeah, or someplace in between.
Or someplace in between. All right, we're gonna check out this road off to the side. Looks like there may be a spot or a couple spots over this hill that would be protected from the wind. So far this road is perfectly fine
A little bit ready
for the Airstream with blocks, but the view is pretty nice. Look at that view. There's some people rock climbing up there. But nice huge fire pit. Right, we are back at the reservoir, which is where we first started, across from where that grassy area was where we wanted to stay with all the cows. By the way, the cows are gone, but we're still not sure we want to stay there. So we're going to stay at the reservoir. It's going to be really windy, but we found a spot that we're going to try to make work, and we'll see what happens.
With the cow poop here, like all over. And would rather be going somewhere else.
Well, let's find a spot and we can do it.
Let Mama figure out what in the world we're gonna do. And let me go to the back.
So here's the thing. We can't find a spot that feels right. I mean, we've probably gone 10 miles on this road total. Probably spent an hour and a half trying to find a spot, but everything is so unlevel. It's incredibly windy. We wanted to get some break from the wind, but we're just not able to find that. The roads aren't in very good condition, so we can't find home. We can't find something that feels like home yet. So we just pulled off into this little area. We're gonna set the computers up because we actually have a few bars of LTE. We're gonna search the area online, see what we can find, and we might end up moving again. But for now, we're just gonna chill for a while. I think we finally made it.
You wanna see why? I know this is our spot. You wanna see why?
There's a tennis ball for Penny. And there's cow dung. That's not for Penny.
She'll try. We have a decent view.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And that's a cinder cone.
That's a extinct volcano.
We're a little bit blocked from the wind.